What's up guys, Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we're back with another video, and today we're discussing a guy that's competing in the upcoming this weekend's 2019 British Grand Prix, Nathan De Asha, top 10 Olympia finisher a couple times now. So this dude is looking pretty nuts right now, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the video. What I want to discuss is Nathan De Asha aesthetic. Now, what's the definition of aesthetic? Basically means pleasing to the eye. To me, there's two different looks that Nathan's had, two distinct different looks. There's the 2018 New York Pro Nathan De Asha, and then there's the 2018 Mr Olympia Nathan De Asha. And these are two very different Nathan De Ashas. 2018 New York Pro, bursting full, and you'll be able to see these photos. I'm going to do a little comparison between a few shots. Bursting full, crazy huge, looks like he can't fit a gram more carb inside those muscles and everything. And then there's the 2018 Nathan De Asha, much more streamlined, more conditioned, and overall you just say is more aesthetic. So we're going to discuss, are both aesthetic? Is one aesthetic? Are they neither aesthetic? Let's go over it. So here you can see the front double bicep, Nathan De Asha New York Pro on the left, Nathan De Asha Mr Olympia on the right. Now Nathan won the New York Pro and he placed 8th in the Mr Olympia this year. And you got to say, they look distinctly different. You can see on the left, the New York Pro, his stomach he's hitting the pose totally different for starters. He's flexing down on that stomach, which brings his shoulders down, which I actually like his shoulders with that bit more of a down look. But the thing is, his waist doesn't look tight. It looks almost like a little bit bloated, and especially around his obliques, they look totally different. You can see on the right-hand side, it almost doesn't look like the same physique. And I've got to say, like when I saw this New York Pro appearance, I thought, oh, has Nathan sort of blown his physique a bit? Is his midsection gone? Has it gone sort of the way Phil Heath went, where he used to have a real tight midsection, he used to look real streamlined and aesthetic, and now you see his midsection's gone? I thought maybe it's progressing that way. But credit to Nathan, credit to Matt Jansen, they brought it in, and he had an amazing look at the Olympia. I love his look. Some people will say on the right-hand side here that his midsection's too long, but it definitely beats what's on the left. And to be honest, I don't mind it. Like, his legs are a little short, his torso's a little long, so you can say maybe that's not aesthetic, but you got to say, to me, that's pleasing to the eye. So to me, that is aesthetic on the right. On the left, I'd say it's not, to be honest. Maybe if he changed that pose a little bit way he's hitting it, maybe look aesthetic, but to me, that's not. On the right, yes. Now let's move on to the side chest. Now, bursting full, you can see he's got that extra fullness through the arms and shoulders and chest and everything, and even the traps, you can just notice he's just crazy full there on the left of the New York Pro. On the right though, much more streamlined. He looks tighter sort of everywhere a little bit, even through the chest. You see a few more lines, which you don't really get too much from Nathan in his physique, but you got to say, I think on the right, he definitely looks sort of better, but you can make an argument for the left version winning, because the side chest, I mean, aesthetics doesn't, I suppose, matter as much. It's a real muscle pose, the side chest. On the side tricep and shots like that, that's where it more comes into play. So you got to say both are reasonably somewhat aesthetic, but the right side definitely more so. Now let's move into the ab shot. Now, I didn't see him hit a traditional ab shot in the New York Pro. He may have well have hit one, but I didn't see any of the photos anyway on NPC News Online, which I've got to credit these guys for the photos too. You can see on the left-hand side, his obliques are really sticking out more than on the right-hand side. He just looks over full. You can even see it in his face. And it's just, I don't know what he did for this comp to come in so full, but it's a different sort of a look, and it's bursting full, and it definitely doesn't look as good on the ab sort of poses and stuff. And on the right-hand side, I've got to say it looks aesthetic, and the way he hits it, it doesn't make his abdominal area look that long. So I've got to say aesthetic on the right. Now, I'm not going to compare the rest. I'm just going to go through the other Mr. Olympia shots so you guys can get my opinion if he's aesthetic. Let's go to a few different ones. Let's go the backlight spread. Now, this one screams aesthetics to me. This is pleasing. Like, he is wide across the back, tiny waist. Just looks awesome, like round muscle bellies. That's a part of aesthetics that I really like. And the way he hits the shot too, with his knees right out. So he comes right out at the knees, and he's got that outer sweep from the back, comes right in at the waist, then comes right out at the shoulders and the back. That screams aesthetics to me. Some people mention obviously his hamstrings and stuff aren't up to where they maybe should be for a top Olympia guy, but you don't see, I suppose, the hang of the hamstring in this pose, and just that screams aesthetics to me. Now let's go to his back double bicep. This is almost exactly the same. Screams aesthetics. The shapes are insane. I love the lines and I suppose like the fresh, smooth looking, not smooth, I wouldn't say that, but the round sort of like good skin hanging over the muscle. It just looks really nice. And you just see that through his back. Legs, like I said, looks really good. Doesn't got the crazy detail popping through the hamstrings, but I don't think that's really part of aesthetics regardless. So he looks really good there. Front lat spread. Now this one, you know, he could look long through the torso and you could say there's a little bit of space there, but to me, this is where I think this is a much stronger pose in his front double bicep, because he doesn't have that look of the crazy length of his torso there. And really, you only really see it in a front double bicep. Like from a back double, it looks fine. So you can only, I think, knock him down one pose for that, if you do even knock him down at all for it. And yeah, I just think he looks sensational in this shot, and I think that's his shot. Now let's go into the most muscular. So this one here, the crab most muscular. I don't know if it screams aesthetics, but he looks damn good in it. Not as good as maybe like a William Bonac or anything like that, but I've got to say I am impressed with his most muscular there. And that's his hands together most muscular. I would like to see him, I suppose, like flexing his abs a little bit differently here, so they pop a bit more. So it's not, I mean, I can flex my abs that way where it goes sort of a bit distorted, but you're not probably focusing on that too much when you see this guy in motion as well. So they're sort of my opinions of the different shots of Nathan De Asha, and I want to know what you think, if Nathan De Asha is aesthetic or not. But some of you may be saying, okay, that's how Nathan looked last year. How did he look earlier in his career? I suppose when he first came in and when he first competed at the Olympia a few years earlier. Now this is the 2016 Olympia, and you got to say he looks pretty similar. It's just that he's a little bit smaller in the legs, I'd say, and he's still got that same long waist. And I've got to say that I think he's more impressive now. And this is when he just came over from Kuwait and really, I suppose, shocked the world. And he was training out there. And yeah, I've got to say he's improved. Like I thought maybe Nathan hasn't improved that much. I think he's improved, not in crazy amounts, but many thought he might get worse coming back from Kuwait. I think he's improved. So, and the way he's looking now in his recent updates, which we're going to now, he posted this photo just today. Some people made comments that, oh, maybe he's a little bit small, but he is dry. So if he's a little bit smaller than normal, I'll take that for being super crisp, dry. And I think he's absolutely achieved that. And I think he'll fill up, you know what I mean? He said he was flat here and he's got the condition. He's almost got that graininess now, which I haven't really seen from Nathan before. And if he can fill out and not ruin that conditioning, man, this guy is going to be good. And as you can see, these some of his training videos where he's looking especially dry as well. And to be honest, I don't think the muscle, like the amount of muscle he's got, is an issue whatsoever. And we've seen these other updates and I think he looks absolutely phenomenal. And Nathan is a guy, I'm going to say it here, I think he's aesthetic. That's my opinion of Nathan's physique. I think he's got a pleasing physique, pleasing to the eye. There's almost no doubt in it, in my eyes anyway. Some people will debate that. I had some people talking on my video saying he isn't aesthetic because that midsection is so long. But my opinion is this dude has awesome aesthetics. That's just my opinion. And I'm very much looking forward to getting Nathan on after the British Grand Prix, where he is the hot favourite. He's coming in, he's competing against guys like Samson Dowder, who I had on the radio show, the channel, just recently. Milan Sadek, who's got third at the New York Pro. Other good dudes, but he has to be a favourite coming in. James Hollinshead, there's other good dudes, but he's a favourite, the hot favourite coming in, top 10 Olympian. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting show. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos coming out here, give me a thumbs up on this video. It's much appreciated. It just helps the channel. Also, if you're not subscribed, subscribe now. Hit that notification bell button and you'll be notified of every video that goes up, and that really helps me out, guys. And I'm trying to make this side hustle my main hustle, so any help you guys can give me, it's much appreciated. Anyway, guys, for Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, and also some of this footage is from Nathan's Instagram page at Nathan De Asha. Make sure you give him a follow and yeah, hit him up and give him your support. Anyway, for Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are out.
Let's go. Come on.